and we're back. Oops, I need to switch my TV back. Capture card reset.
Oh.
There we go. Okay.
All right.
So yeah.
Do we still have ammo in that shotgun? Have we used it yet?
Yeah. We just picked up more ammo actually in that previous room. We got 15 whole shotgun shells.
You don't pick up a lot of ammo in this game. Like, really.
And 5 out of 5 in the thing, so 20. Yeah, but I mean, you don't really need a whole lot of ammo for this. It takes your damn guns away at several different points. Like, you lose all your weapons. It would just be that much more frustrating if you,
like,
spent the whole
bunch of ammo.
yeah. You play this game like any other survival horror game, and you save up your guns and your bullets, and you're like, man, I'm so stocked up. I can't wait till I get to the first, boss fight or whatever. And then you go across a bridge, and all your stuff is gone. And
Lazy Tiger did a thing.
Oh, Lazy Tiger did a thing that quickly? Are you serious?
Lazy Tiger did a thing.
Post it. I want to see it.
Oh my god.
That is beautiful.
Vaping the fucking vape cloud. No doubt about it.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, that is excellent.
Oh man. Lazy Tiger, always so damn amazing. Love your art.
I like how his little talons are kicked up.
Yeah, that's great.
Thank you, Lazy Tiger. It's awesome.
Yeah, Lazy Tiger. Thank you so much. For those who don't already know Lazy Tiger has done a bunch of like awesome fan art and stuff for us, as well as some of our
stream promo
art, yeah. And a shirt for you, Raven, and like.
I'm thinking about it. Yeah.
May I help you?
If you don't know,
I received this letter.
Lazy Tiger does this really cool little mini series you should check out.
Survival horror and short skirts.
Pendleton. We've been
it's great. It's a Silent Hill Resident Evil crossover.
You were the only family we were able to
if you're like a mega fan of Resident Evil and Silent Hill, you'll love it.
There's a ton of little subtle references that like even I didn't get a lot of them right away. Where Tiger had to point some stuff out.
We've checked the records carefully, and I assure you, there's no mistake. Please, come in.
Have you seen the trailers for that new horror movie called Nuns?
No.
Or is it The Nun, I think?
No, not yet.
No, I heard that you can't like avoid a jump scare on YouTube for an ad for it or some shit like that.
And is finally at rest.
Oh yeah, that was that one.
Oh, that is all I've heard about it. Now that you mention it,
I've heard about it.
Now that you mention it, that's the only thing I've heard about it.
What happened here?
When I first saw it, I thought of this nun like immediately.
I'll meet you in the morgue.
They never do any jump scares, or well, no, never mind, they do.
In the meantime,
I was like, they don't really do any jump scares with the nun lady.
We're pleased that the good Lord has allowed us to carry out his
Boogeyman
work here at St. Maria's.
Suddenly getting up and grabbing Murphy, I guess.
Oh my god. He put a dog filter on that weeping bat.
What? There's more?
Lazy Tiger. He put the dog filter on the weeping bat. I just got back and sat down and saw this on my Twitter feed.
Oh my god, Lazy Tiger putting in work.
I told you, like, this guy cranks it out.
Oh my god, the Instagram filter.
The Instagram filter, a Snapchat filter.
Snapchat filter. Thank you. I don't use
I think
stuff.
Instagram's got one.
I don't have a cell phone. That's fucking amazing.
Look at that. Now that is a scary weeping bat.
That yes, yes it is. That's Fuck's profile on Grinder.
Yes, we have to make fuck a profile. Do it.
Oh boy.
His profile picture.
Boy.
I'm a 24-year-old weeping bat. My name is Fuck.
He lives in a cave.
I live in a cave with my dad and my brother.
Unbelievable.
I work with children.
Unbelievable.
Oh man. I'm,
Lazy tiger,
part
you
time.
never cease to amaze us.
Part time on the Devil's Pit mine ride.
No, I think the low resolution gives it a unmistakable charm. I think it's just fine.
See, look how natural those animations looked of that guy chopping that guy. Murphy's animations do not look like that.
No, they don't.
They
Also,
don't.
that was supposed to be, I guess, a recreation of Murphy killing Napier. But depending on because it's Napier's voice, the victim.
Yeah.
But it's not Murphy's silhouette. It's not his hair. And
There wasn't an axe involved.
there wasn't an axe involved. And whether or not Murphy even did that depends on what ending you get in this game. Okay, so going back to that, how we talked earlier about certain small things, like the game's mostly like a lot of small things. There's not really anything too major that like any one overall thing that kind of brings it down. I'd say the most major thing is the game's endings. The fact that the endings totally like disregard the rest of the story for the most part in one way or another.
Yeah, it's like the what a twist moment.
They do such a
It's a twist.
yeah, but the whole idea that they put this much effort into the story as you see it in the gameplay, you know, Murphy's like, you know, oh, I would never kill kids. I couldn't live with myself if I killed kids. Unless you get the bad ending where he killed his own son and everybody else, and he's on death, like he's literally about to get lethal injection, and he is not feeling guilty at all. He's making fun of Sewell, calling him Cupcake. Oh, I couldn't kill kids and never live with myself.
Yeah,
But
and if you think about,
But then
like,
you get that ending, and it completely disregards everything else built up about Murphy's character before that. You know?
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Silent Hill 1 did a really good job with that, with having a separate ending that really kind of turned around the whatever you knew about like Harry or
Yeah.
the story itself, you know?
Sister
Like
said
the
we're
bad
not
plus ending
supposed
where
to
you find
talk to
out that Harry is
strangers.
actually pretty much
That
dead.
he was just
and
dead, and it was like all his final
It's
thoughts or
just
whatever.
you.
But it didn't negate anything that you had learned throughout
Right.
the game.
He was still the fact that he was like this father and like all these different elements of it. His character didn't change from that, even though the outcome of the game changes from the endings. Like that's fine.
cool car you
Change
got
the
there.
outcome,
You
but
like
don't
cars?
change the story leading up to
Yeah.
the outcome.
My little boy.
Exactly.
He used to play with cars just like that. You kind of remind me of him.
Is he dead?
He like car.
Yeah.
Did you kill him?
What? No.
He just jumps to
Of course not.
conclusion.
Did you
Why
kill
would you say
him?
something like that?
Because she said you're the boogeyman.
Well, it's obviously JP Sater.
Boogeyman.
So I mean, he knows what's
What are you
up. He
talking
knows
about?
why
Who said
people
that?
are in Silent Hill.
She did. She told me all
Was
about
that
you.
substantiated in some way?
No, not at all.
Why is she crying?
That's
Because I know you brought it up before, and I forgot
Yeah.
whether that was.
yeah.
I don't know.
I've brought this up
Just some
before,
girl.
and again, that's
She's
that's
always
crazy.
sad,
Not
but
so
she
crazy fan
knows
theory.
things.
Yeah,
he,
exactly.
he looks like JP. He has JP's face,
Things about the
like
boogeyman.
similar face,
Look,
Similar looking nose,
won't lie to ya.
similar eye color, like same
Grandma's
eye
taught kids
color,
there's no such
same
thing
hair
as
color.
monsters, that the boogeyman's just
The way
make-believe,
he says
and there's
certain
nothing hiding
things,
under their
oh, it's
beds.
just you.
But that's a lie. Because
Because we hear that line from other
I have a
people,
feeling you
like
have
Anne
too.
Cunningham,
But I'm not
but
one of them. I'm not the
she says it
boogeyman.
differently from the way JP says it.
Now, what
And
do
this
you
little
say we
kid
get
says
out of
it like
here, all
JP.
three of us?
So those couple little things here make me
And he's
think
like-
this is JP Sater. The same way that we know that the little girl is Anne Cunningham. So we also know that we can see existing adult characters in the narrative shown as some other point in their life. Because the little girl is Anne.
If there's a rhyme,
The
we
comic
can do
shows us
I
that.
sure
The
wish
game
you'd
hints
teach
at
to
it.
me.
You know, it does all but flat out tell you.
Then I guess she's right. You are the boogeyman.
Kid, look at me. I'm not a monster.
I do have another little bit of a theory for who this
Not
kid might
yet.
be. I'm bad at story playthroughs and I forgot to pick it up. There's a note outside of the monastery on the side that you can pick up that has a police report about a different kid that Patrick Napier kidnapped and killed.
Yeah.
So it could be another one of his victims.
Let me look it up and see if I could find.
Check the wiki for me. Thank you, Raven.
God bless
so
the wiki.
so there is some unfinished broken dialogue in this segment here. Before I continue on with the rest of the game, I'm going to show this. It's something that I didn't show on any previous playthroughs, but so if you first talk to the kid, he tells you need the rhyme. So then you would leave and you would go find the rhyme. But the game is set up where there were all these different responses based on different times that you would have made a certain amount of progress and then come back to the kid. So I just made some progress. I walked all the way over here. So now I'm going to go back and talk to the kid.
Hey, where'd you say I can find that rhyme?
I can't tell you. It's a secret.
That's a different kid. That's like straight up a different kid. That's a different voice actor. So then we leave.
Hmm.
And we go make some progress. I can't tell you. It's a secret. And I made some progress. Let's go talk to that kid again.
Is this the one? It says from Warden Glenn Milton to Captain Brian Handley.
I guess I didn't make enough progress.
You hear me?
Yeah, I think that's it. Did you just pull it up?
Yeah, I think this is it. The internal memorandum Napier report says concerning the recent unsolved murder of the subject named prisoner in our facilities, a full complete review of all isolation and segregation procedures will be undertaken. Oh wait, no, I don't think this is it. No, this is
No, that's a different one.
I'm gonna keep looking.
Yeah. I don't know if location helps. It's just to the right of the monastery front door. It's like right in that area. But it should be a police report. I think it's a police report about Napier involved with another kid. What he was like in trouble for previously. Like Charlie wasn't his first victim. I will get a chance to get back to the front part of this area and pick it up, just not for a little while.
Hey.
Oh, here we go.
I got an idea. How about you teach me the rhyme, and then we can...
Sounds like a boogeyman trick to me. Are you sure you're not him?
Yeah. Again, that like different sounding voice actor for the kid. Maybe it is the same kid. Yeah. Like Rachel's pointing out, it's like the same kid, just not on tranquilizers. So, sounds like a boogeyman trick to me. So let's make some progress.
How many of these iterations are there?
I think this one is the last one. This one or one more. So, it's like 5 total or something.
Okay, I found another
Here we go.
note. It says,
Part of
"Look,
the rhyme.
I found
Do you
another."
have the whole rhyme?
Hang on.
Not yet, but I found it. I found the rhyme.
See, this is where it starts breaking. Murphy's like repeating dialogue, and the kid is talking out of order, and the interaction's not playing out correctly. So this was all like not finished, and somehow still in the game. Sorry, you can go ahead, Raven. I just wanted to hear that little kid's dialogue because, like, I almost never show that.
So I found this one. It says, "Local boy believed abducted while walking home from school." Is that the right one?
Yes. I think that's the right one. It
Says
doesn't
by-
explicitly say Napier, I think, but
Yeah, it doesn't mention.
it's
name.
implied, yeah.
It mentions Robbins Elementary School.
Yeah, that's the
says-
school that Charlie went to.
Let me hear it.
I found part of it
Yeah.
anyway.
So is this one talking about Charlie, or is this one talking about a different?
No,
child?
it's a different kid. The note that I'm talking about that I missed is talking about a different kid specifically.
Okay.
As said, if you don't wind up finding it easily or anything, don't worry too much about it, because as said, I will get a chance to do that once we're done with this area. Look at this creepy doll. It's just there, being creepy, holding a knife. Ooh.
Yep.
Oh, and another nail gun. I'll keep my.
Oh wow! I didn't know you could get another one.
I'll keep my shotgun.
I thought you could get repeats of the pre-order weapons, but only from other lockers.
Yeah, I never really get the pre-order stuff, so I wasn't aware of that at all.
Yeah, again,
interesting.
usually when I play this, I don't plug in a pre-order code, so
Yeah, I don't either. I guess that's one redeeming value of the fact that you lose it. I guess to get another one, but then again, why not just let you keep it? You know, and avoid that whole mess.
I mean, they do kind of ham-fist some of the puzzles, and that's one way that they do it. Like the acts that you just passed at the beginning of the monastery, where like you have to go to specific acts.
Yeah.
In the same
Yeah.
way, later on in that like floor roof reversal puzzle area, there's like some enemies that you have to cage in, and if you had a weapon, you could just shoot them. So I always assume that's why they have that bridge sequence before to get rid of all your weapons.
oh yeah, that does make sense. They want to try to discourage you from just like fighting him and killing him,
Yeah.
even though you can absolutely just punch him out.
Sure could.
It looks like a rhyme book.
There's that rhyme book. Looks
Clearly.
looks just like a rhyme book. This is how I keep all my rhyme books, actually. At the
Yep.
top of an altar with 2 candles right below a Jesus.
Yep.
Yeah, in a church.
right below a Jesus. Yep. Love that. Yeah, it's rhyme book. By the book. No pun intended. Nailed it.
Like if this was Family Feud and you showed them this picture and you just asked for like, you know, the audience, like, what do you think that book is? Like 99 people are gonna say Bible.
Bible.
And then Tom Hewlett's gonna answer rhyme book.
That looks like a rhyme book to me.
Yeah.
Almost got it.
I QTE'd that door open.
Gotta feel proud about that.
All right, a
You know what's
poem
funny?
fragment.
When you see like what you're supposed to do here, it's like so obvious. Because like I could probably think of a few different games where you have to use something like that exactly just to.
Oh yeah,
to-
like swing something back and have it smash a door open.
yeah.
I'm trying to remember. I feel like I compared this to a part in Evil Within, but now I'm like, no, I don't remember. Either way, poem fragment 1. Poor little Stephen Skelter. Even the chaplain won't forgive you. Forever lies your pleading cries, but Susie knows you felt her.
You felt her?
You
Like you-
felt her.
Two of the pages are
Like you felt her up?
Yes. That's... So, I mean, little Stephen Skelter, the chaplain, you know, the church people won't forgive him. Forever lies your pleading cries. So he's always saying, those newspaper men are fucking liars. But Susie knows. You felt
I
her.
did not touch her.
They're goddamn fucking liars.
I did not hit her. It's bullshit.
Bullshit. It's bullshit.
I am always holding the run button, by the way. This entire playthrough. My right index finger has always been down on the R1 button. And if you ever see Murphy not running, that's the game deciding Murphy doesn't feel like running here. It's not
Yep.
me like, oh, I should walk through this part. Like, no.
And there are sections where that happens.
A lot.
And also be clear, there is no toggle in the options to change that default movement, correct?
There's no options to change anything.
It's just a run, yeah.
Yeah, there's no options to change any of your controls or anything like that.
Speaking of overused assets,
What, you don't like this guy?
I love that game.
He looks so if you look at the E3 trailer, like the really early footage for Downpour before it released, Murphy looked a little more like this guy. And then they changed up his hair and face a little, made him look like this. But yeah.
Murphy kind of looks like an actor. I can't put my finger on it, but he kind of does have like a look of a specific actor. But that actor just doesn't have that hair. I can't really put my finger on it.
I kind of feel like I know what you're talking about.
I'm so bad with like placing that kind of stuff most of the time. So
Yeah, because I feel like there's a that face looks kind of familiar too.
see, and this is when chat just starts naming any celebrity.
Yeah, just naming everybody.
Owen Wilson.
And that's fine. That's perfect.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah, I would have gone with Owen Wilson.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that one. Kind of the nose, a little bit. Wow.
No, I don't think it's like I don't think it's a super well known actor. Like he's like in B movies. And
More like
sport.
Luke Wilson. He's a missing Wilson.
Yeah, I think Luke is a better like if Luke like yeah a little bit. Morgan Freeman, yeah, that's it.
Morgan Freeman. Got her.
He's like,
Morgan
you
Freeman.
like cars?
Stop it.
Let me tell you a story about cars.
Let me tell you about my flathead V8.
No doubt about it.
Whoa, shut the fuck up.
That's more like it.
Fucking ad.
That's more like it. Now I have a handgun. I've had a shotgun on my back for the past half hour, but Murphy found a handgun, so he's like, that's more like it. I was hoping picking that up would just give me the ammunition, but I guess it only does that if I already have a gun.
Stuff like that is like I don't know. I wish you would put a little more character. Like if
Oh,
you're
it's
gonna
a
have the
chair. I thought I could pick up the book on the desk. I would- Sorry.
Just beat people with it.
Yeah.
I was like, I've never seen a book over here that you can pick up. And then I press, because it just shows the prompt, you know? Then he picks up the chair, and I'm like, oh, right, I should have known.
Throw the book at him, nub.
Here's another Jesus.
It's another Jesus.
And he's got pixel nipples. Look how low res he is.
Wow. That, yeah, it almost looks like it's cut and paste and put over something else.
Is that the same Jesus?
The Silent Hill 1 Jesus? No, I don't
yeah,
think
it
so.
may be the one, yeah, for Silent Hill. Where's the Bible where it can just stand over it and say Bible?
That's what I thought this was.
Bible.
And it was just a chair that you could pick up.
Well, are you gonna Bible thump somebody?
Someone's got to do it.
Another reused prop. Little cork board with all the drawings and cards and stuff on it.
You'll also notice
See it everywhere.
If everyone watching hasn't noticed already, these developers also have an affinity for Comic Sans, the font. That randomly shows up a lot here as well.
Oh yeah,
as it
so
did-
the
as it did in Shattered Memories.
that bookcase that's on the ground, the flat one, that's where they put the lever.
Oh, this
instead
one?
of-
Over on the side?
let me see. Let me wait for it to catch up. Yeah, I think yeah. Yeah, it's just sitting on there instead of in the side room. Like that's the hard.
There you go. Instead of it
The
being
hard.
right up
the
there
hard
next to
puzzle.
it. Yeah. Yep, that's the extent of it. They usually shuffle the items like ever so slightly. But hey, just putting it if you're used to the game, you know, being one way and you play it on a different difficulty. As said, I forgot the light bulb for the projector was in a whole different building, so I would have gone scouring the entire town for that if I didn't have a walkthrough or the internet. Yep, see, there's the lever. And yeah, on easy, they're both just like right here. The lever's right there. The record's right there.
That's true. They probably did write the script for this game in Comic Sans. Wouldn't shock me.
Oh, God. Please.
I wonder how old the font Silent Hell of Cheryl is.
Yeah, we were talking about that, I think, before you joined us in the very beginning, because it was like that's just the font everyone goes back to. When I did my bit badges, I was trying to find like I went through like 25 different fonts to see what would show up good in that little 26 by 26 dimension requirement, and I finally gave up and did Silent Hill of Cheryl, and it looked great. So I was like, shit, I just can't
I
get
bet
away.
that font is used in this game. I bet it is. Like they literally just went because this game is that old.
I haven't
so.
seen it. If it is,
Well, what about that big header on the top of those 2 pages where it said Silent Hill?
Across, yeah,
probably it.
silent on one. It was
That's probably
unrelated.
just bold.
It was unrelated. It was one page about silent and a different page about hill.
yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
So Hansel and Gretel. Raven,
Oh, sure.
you want to read?
Yeah.
Can-
Hansel and Gretel. Oh,
Yeah, I was just
Do
gonna
the
say,
zoom-
can you?
do the zoom in one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Sorry.
love this one.
Oh, this one's so awkward too. I'll just do it after each act.
Okay. Hansel and Gretel, Act 1. The stage is set, the lights dim, and a haunting melody begins to play. I need a haunting melody, guys. We are transported to the classic tale by the Brothers Grimm. Lights on center stage. The curtains open. Hansel. OS. The way home has vanished. We see the children are in a dark forest with unknown dangers lurking around every turn. The children enter. Gretel. Oh, Hansel, the crows have been eating your bread. Hansel. Worry not. I will watch over you. They come to a strange house. They mean to stay away, but it begins to rain. As thunder booms and the storm worsens,
Oh,
they creep closer.
And as thunder booms and the storm worsens.
Oh. Yeah, nice. Didn't even realize that.
I didn't
Read
either.
it right. I just read it right.
You instinctively read
You
it
instinctively
correctly.
read it correctly, but as thunder booms and the storm worsens.
Wow. Can I also mention how funny it is? Like bump it up where you're back in the middle. I just love how the UI covers the text. It already makes you zoom in, which
Yeah.
is annoying enough.
It's bad
But
enough.
Let's put the user interface over the text.
Right over the text.
This is what I mean is that it's almost like they didn't play the game themselves after they made it. You understand?
And
You know what I
and
mean?
here's the thing, they designed all of this. Everybody had to make this look and function exactly the way that it is in the game and had the opportunity to change things. And these are the kind of small things. Every time you read a note, every time you look at the map, you got to deal with this stuff. And that's those small things slowly becoming bigger and bigger frustrations over the course of 12 hours.
It's like Akira absorbing everything and becoming this big blob. It's
'Cause,
just
like,
you
okay,
absorb
like-
all these tiny little things.
Like, okay, logistically, let's say you're a game designer. You're a UI developer for Vatra Games, right? And you're looking at this, and it's your job to design this. Now, the people above you have told you, look, we're trying to make this more immersive. We don't want just a menu to open. We want it to look like you're looking at a journal in your possession whenever you look at your maps and your notes. Okay, but it still needs to function the way that a normal menu would. So you need to mix that in with the UI and the controls. Now, if you're going to have it zoom in and look at your journal like this, and you know you're going to be looking at text on it, like you would play test this at least a little bit, right? To make sure that it works, that the icons look right, and that things, zoom in and zoom out the way they're supposed to. And while you're doing that and testing things, you would be like, the icons cover up the text a little bit. Oh, but look at all this space on the right side of the screen where the edge of the journal is cut off. Since we're zoomed in looking at a physical journal, we could just put everything over there on the right-hand side, and even when you zoom in, it won't cover any of the text.
Literally every other Silent Hill game has it to where You don't have to literally read the actual object they have for you. They'll give you the text on the screen separate so you can read it.
It just puts a text box on the screen.
Yeah, that's literally all they had to do.
That's all they had to do, but I understand why they wanted to do something else. They wanted to make it more immersive or whatever.
And
You're looking at a
wrong with
journal.
that.
You're opening your journal. You're looking at actual notes. I'm fine with that. Just make the journal easy to open and look at. Don't split it into 6 sections and you got to zoom in and zoom out and look at this part and scroll down to this part and the UI is blocking it, so you got to scroll a little bit. Like that's totally unnecessary.
That's the thing. The UI is covering the text, so they make you zoom in on anyway.
And that's
I
one
don't
little
care about
change.
Typos.
One
Silent
tiny little
Hill
change.
3 and 4 have typos.
Sure. They all do. And
yeah,
that's
my
not a
point was
huge
why
problem.
go. Yeah, why go out of your way to make it something different from the rest of the series if you're not even going to do it right?
Right. If you're going to go out of your way to do something different, make sure that it's good. Make sure that it's done well. Make sure that people can look at it as something different and not compare it to something else that's already existing and functional.
That's the problem. You're going against something that already exists and is functional. It'd be one thing if that didn't exist, but it does. And it's going to be compared to it, whether you like it or not.
Yep.
Period.
Yeah.
And it gets really insulting when that stuff that it has to be compared to is way older than the stuff that you're using now. And the thing that's way older got it right.
Yeah, exactly.
It just compounds it.
Oh, Silent Hill 3, the typos? You talking about the Blaustein typos, as I like to call them?
The apartments.
It's making me head hurt.
Yar!
Making me head hurt.
I always forget what the other one is. The
It's the-
stroke out dialogue.
It's
There
something
is
with a
nothing.
date.
There is nothing can really help me right
Yeah.
now or whatever.
Like I always said, they did that part of the game during the 2002 company Christmas party. Everyone was loaded.
Everyone was well, that was right before the party. It was everyone's last day, and
They
everyone's
had to
just
make
rushing
sure it
to
was
finish.
done before break. They was like, blah, blah, blah. They just slammed their fingers on the keyboard. It's
And-
done.
and-
I
And
tried
the-
to ask Jeremy about that on Twitter. He didn't reply.
He didn't respond. Yeah.
And what room numbers does Heather and Harry live in again? There's 2 of those doors with the
Isn't it
same.
like
Yeah,
102?
102.
There's two
Yeah,
102s.
Yep.
That whole hallway just has so many weird little problems with it when you
Yeah.
pay attention. I guess they weren't expecting anybody to be in there for more than a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you just run home, you know.
You're just right
They didn't
there. You
expect
just
dorks
check the.
like us to look at everything.
Yeah, you're just like, you've got the key. You know which door is yours, or you're running through and checking doors. And oh, there's a save point. I'll save my game. Like nobody's gonna pay too much attention.
Just
us.
to clear up in chat, by the way, people saying Homecoming has no typos. I had like a lot of dumb English teacher rambles during that playthrough.
Yeah,
of-
both
for, like,
in-game
put
text
infinites
and
run-on sentences and shit.
yeah, both in-game text and the promotional text.
Yeah, Homecoming was
Yeah.
a game that had a typo on the back of the box.
Yep.
So that doesn't work.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's got a typo on the back of the box. And I bought that game on day one. Let me go look at it. I got the box in.
Yeah, do your thing.
you know
I'm
what?
just gonna solve this real fucking head
Screw it.
scratcher
No,
of a
no.
puzzle.
Don't solve it. You should make it as messed up as you can first. Completely screw it all up first. That's what you should do.
You know, I don't see the typo.
Yeah.
They fixed it in later prints. I know they
This is
like
for
later
Raven.
later production runs they fixed it.
This is for Raven.
Because everybody off in chat that wants it to look right.
This whole
Oh.
sequence is pretty great. Fight me. I can't fight you on that because I agree.
Oh,
I agree. I
by
love
the
this
way,
section. I like
Yeah.
this section.
When you bump the puzzle difficulty up, one of the things that makes this more difficult is the fact that they just chop it up into more squares.
Yeah, that's all it is.
That's their definition of harder puzzle difficulty.
Instead of 5 by 5, it's like 8 by 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of obnoxious.
Yeah, it's so much more difficult.
Well, it is a pain in the ass when you get to that last one and you can't, like, you have to bust out, like, a microscope to find it.
Start playing Where's Waldo.
Yeah.
It's like solve a Rubik's Cube on hard mode.
It's just a Rubik's Cube sitting there, like, all mixed up. Like, there you go. There's your puzzle. Have fun. And we get to listen to Born Free the whole time we do this puzzle. I love it.
What a treat.
The best part.
Born Free.
Bottom
Okay.
left, I think.
So,
No.
while this is being completed,
Because that's the stems of the flowers.
I do need to make a correction,
Oh,
if I may.
it's this one. It's her foot.
Because it was like two of the same foot, like, because you put two right foots on her.
Yeah. She can't dance. She got 2 left feet.
So I found out the typo issue. It's actually on the Downpour box, but it's not the English. They made a typo in the Spanish translation on the box. I'm gonna
Oh.
put a link. I'm gonna put a link to it in chat.
Poem Fragment 2. Nowhere left for you to run, every fault laid bare in the open, along with your skin splayed out from within, once the monster has his fun.
What kind of poem is that where like the first line rhymes with the last line? It's like a type of poem.
Yeah, I forget.
Yeah, I don't know. A stanza. It's not. A stanza is a different thing.
You're just saying words.
I'm just saying words.
No, not a haiku, no. Haiku is something like way different.
Iambic pentameter. That's also not it.
What was the question again?
What type of poem has the end of the first line and the end of the last line are the rhyming words, and the rest of the lines in between don't rhyme?
Is there a name for that kind of poetry?
Even chat's just giving like sonnet, soliloquy.
No, it's just like the name for that kind of rhyme, for that poetic rhyme, like usage.
And the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again.
I don't think there's a specific name for it. You just indicate the structure of it by letters, like an A B A B or A B A C, depending on the rhyme. So that one would be like a A B C A sequence. There's no official name for that. A sonnet is specifically like a 14 line thing, but I don't think it has anything to do with rhymes. But I think it's just letter designation. Yeah, Rain Bucket just said it. It's ABCA.
Okay.
Yeah, you just do like letter assignments. That's it.
I don't really remember anything from high school anymore, anyway, so. Some good that did.
I mean, I know English well, like writing and spelling and speaking and grammar, but
and it's not a limerick. A limerick is again, a limerick is specifically like I think it's 5 lines.
I don't
and
know.
It's the A.
Yeah,
It's A-A-B-B-A.
yeah. I never knew creative writing that well. I'm not a poet. My sister is. I'm not.
I'm not either. Just for some reason, I remember this crap.
I like how there's no wind blowing. There's no wind blowing because that fog is like still, but that somehow that kite is in the air.
And somehow the leaves are like just bouncing back and forth like a low quality GIF, like boop, 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 boop.
What's GIF?
And yeah, I said GIF. Fight me. I don't live in Georgia. I don't look at giraffes. I live in Georgia and look at giraffes.
Do you look at graphics?
All right, I'm out of here.
Okay.
Not it. No, wait, hold on. Mic cut. There we go. I'm out. There we go. I didn't think it would work on the Discord thing. Listen, the creator of the format says that's how you say it. Sounds
Here we go.
Well, he's a programmer, not a linguist, and he's wrong.
Well, you make a file format then. And call it whatever you want.
He called it 1, 2, 3, no changes. Okay, and no takesies backsies.
That's it. That's the intergalactic law. Can't change it.
When people start arguing about it, that's when I start calling it a GIF.
You could
A GIF.
call it Shamalama Baba
Isn't that
Ganoush.
something completely different?
Yeah.
If the creator wants to call it Shamalama Baba Ganoush, that's what you're gonna call it. That's what it is. You can't change what the creator says.
Yeah, I mean, the creators of this game wanted it to be judged on its own merit, not compared to the rest of the series.
We're not changing a thing.
But they called it Silent Hill.
And we're
They didn't
calling
call it Sealant Hill.
Well, I mean, that's what you've done. Like the stream title says Silent Hill Downpour. That you're calling it what the creators call.
Fair enough. You got me.
So you validated me.
I'll
Thank you.
have to start saying GIF. I won't, by the way.
And buy the peanut and buy
I
the
like
peanut
Skippy
butter.
better.
while you're
I like
at it.
Skippy better.
Who's reading? I'll read this.
Yeah,
Can we
go
read
for it.
Okay, there's nothing up top.
Yeah,
Dear
it's
Mr. and
just all
Mrs.
blank. Sorry.
Yeah. That's fine. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Blah, blah, blah. The purpose of this letter is to offer our sincerest condolences for the tragic loss of your son on May 2nd during his recent surgical procedure. Despite the best efforts of the attending surgical staff, extenuating medical complications impeded all efforts to revive him. We would also kindly remind you that this surgical procedure was legally authorized in the agreement you signed when your son was first admitted into our facility. Regretfully, scroll down. Dr. Chloe Zane, attending psychiatrist.
All right. All right.
All right.
Oh, yeah, there's like a... We looked this up one time, and it's like a medical saying? Or like
yeah,
something you
the
learn
thing
in the
on the bottom.
profession?
Agnus Dei.
Yeah.
Let me type it in, see what happens.
Like our Father who watches over the world or something.
It just doesn't tell me. Well, this is more difficult. It's taking me to Lamb of God song. Wait, what?
That's sick. Play some Lamb of God.
What if they had Lamb of God do this instead of corn?
Lamb of God who
Oh my
takes
God.
Lamb of God who takes away the sins of the world. That's what it means.
Okay.
What language is it? Latin?
Latin.
Yeah.
I'll say Latin, yeah. Oh, it says Lamb of God who takes away the sins of the world, and it's pronounced GIF. Ah, there we go. I
Okay.
knew it. That's exactly what it said.
Salty.
Oh, earlier, we spent a lot of time kind of ranting about the door peak mechanic. And I mentioned that they do it like once, pretty much. I think it's this room right here. I mean, first they got to do this cutscene like they're introducing a creature we haven't already seen fucking 100 of. Oh no.
I know. Like, this enemy is the special one that gets the cutscene.
Like, that's so weird. Can you imagine seeing like a special cutscene in the hotel of Silent Hill 2 for like the 200th mannequin that you've seen? It's like, oh look, this one gets a special cutscene.
Yeah, it's really
It's just a normal thing. Anyway,
It's like, remember me? Remember them, guys? Remember?
let me just take a peek into this room, see what's going on in here. I want to check it real slow.
You better be careful.
Yes? Anybody? Hello? Is there anybody? Hello?
Oh God. Okay, it's
Oh,
gotta be safe.
It's not this room. I was wrong. Whew. I was sweating bullets.
Hey, at least it gave you the mechanic though. Check it
Okay,
out.
yeah. Now I know. Now I know for sure. I was able to peek safely. Make sure that was the wrong room.
Kudos.
I swear there is a room where they've got, like, there's only one room in the whole game where you've got that door peek actually being useful in the right situation. Ugh. So the voice acting for the kids in the cutscenes earlier is like terrible, and then the voice acting for that, the little like voice echoing sounds like legitimately sad. With the kid who's like, I don't want to take any more medicine.
I think we all sounded like that in our lives, though. Like when we were little kids, when we were sick, when we didn't want to take it.
I still sound like that today. I gotta wake
I
up,
was gonna say, you heard me watching baseball
take a
earlier. I
handful of
sounded
pills
exactly-
just to function normally. I don't want
Just to get through Silent Hill Downpour.
Just to get through Silent Hill Downpour. Maxie, are you there?
Yes.
You want to read this psychological evaluation?
Psychological evaluation, huh? All right,
What
I'm
if-
in.
What if he said no? What if Maxie was like, nah, I don't need
Nah, I'm
fuck
good.
This game.
He's
I'm
like,
out, guys. Good night, everybody.
Nope, I'm done actually.
Mike- Psychological evaluation.
Go, "No, I wanna read this box."
After numerous attempts, I've tried to like this game. I'm kidding.
It really is his psychological evaluation
All
right
right,
now.
sorry.
That's not
I'll
what
have
I
even
said.
more fun when I eventually
Sorry.
play it. After numerous attempts utilizing the latest in experimental treatment conventions, I feel that patient Alabadada has shown no recuperative progress.
Recuperative.
In fact, I find that Abadadada has indeed regressed, and that any further treatment of this nature, regardless of intensity and/or frequency, will be of no help in curing his strange social disorder. My recommendation is that a full frontal lobotomy be conducted at the soonest opportunity. Sincerely, Dr. Chloe Zane, attending psychiatrist. That's
When
a
was
nice
the
signature.
when was the last year that we talked about this one time? When was the last year a full frontal lobotomy was performed in the United States?
That'd be like the
Oh,
60s
man.
or 70s.
Yes, I remember we looked it up during
Yeah, we looked this up.
Homecoming, and it was like the 70s, or it wasn't as recent as the 80s, right? It was like 70s, so 70 something.
Yeah, I think late 70s. But still, that's not that long ago. It's kind of crazy. People thought removing part of someone's brain is going to somehow make them better. Like, not as crazy. Just going to ruin their entire life.
Hey, it's been a little while since I've done this normally.
Don't be so handsy, Murph. Dang. The cop a feel.
I know, he just reaches right in.
At least ask a lady before you stick your arm inside of her.
Boop. So one of these three lovely ladies has a key inside of her. So we're just going to x-ray them and find out who's got it, and then take it from her. Oh! Well, it's the one on the right.
Whoops.
I forgot that'll just activate that. I can't push it from the side. It's this one. Well, that's fine. I showed both scenarios. I showed what you do to solve this normally, and also that you can just run up and check them.
Get the screeching.
Okay, how was that not it? You were
What?
This took me so long the first time I played this game.
She was leaning all the way up, and my controller's vibrating super hard.
You're almost there. You're almost in the sweet spot.
I know, right? So the way this whole puzzle is set up is a little bit too simple. You know, you can just run up and check them and fight them, or x-ray them or whatever to find the key. But I will say I do like the gross, disturbing idea of like
Through the door now.
reaching into a creature or a corpse or something like that you don't like, and feeling the vibration while the character's like digging around. It's a little gross. I like it. I'm down with it. I like what they were going for. It just wasn't like a particularly good
Yeah.
puzzle.
Yeah, a lot of newer games do a lot of stuff like that, like Outlast, even Resident Evil 7, where you have to stick your hand down the cop's throat. Remember? It's pretty crazy.
Deputy Chevelle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Internal memo. Notice to all staff. Please note that the western courtyard door is currently locked. That paper-eating neurotic brat went one step too far and swallowed the key. How in the world does this sort of thing happen so often? That's got to be a reference to Origins. Like, why do these patients keep swallowing keys? Anyway, he's scheduled for a procedure later this week, and I plan to rectify the matter at that time. Until then, please bear with the inconvenience of walking all the goddamn way around just to visit our medical wing.
Salty.
Roberta Bloch. She does not like walking.
What were they? What were the patients called in Origins? The magpies?
The magpies is what they called
Yeah.
them, because they were always swallowing stuff, finding shiny things and eating them.
Magpies are also a type of corvid.
Like
a type of
ravens?
What?
Corvid.
Yeah.
Corvid.
Yep.
Yeah. It's like a blackbird, basically.
Oh.
Admittedly, I did not know that until a couple, 2 years ago. Thanks, Dead by Daylight.
I didn't know what that was at all.
Dead by Daylight taught me that, because crows are a big part of Dead by Daylight. They're like a bird that is part of the entity within the realm. And oh, sorry, I was looking at something here. But yeah, one of the characters, Meg, one of the survivors, wears a jersey, and the team name is the Corvids. And I was like, what does that mean? I don't know what that word means. I'm gonna look this
Yeah.
up. What is a Corvid?
Never heard of that till just now.
I looked it up, and it's like, oh, okay. It's a type of bird. It's like blackbirds, ravens, and stuff. Magpies.
Of course,
Yeah.
Ravenheart knows that.
And they all have actually a lot of they're all really good using tools and problem solving. They're all very intelligent birds. They all actually like to they have a tendency to hoard objects that aren't food, like shiny objects. They'll even steal coins, and even silverware and stuff like that. They'll build their nests out of shiny stuff. Silent Hill Downpour, everyone.
Definitely related. I know.
God damn it.
Yeah. Unavoidable.
There's no way. There's no way. I've tried everything.
There's no, yeah. You
There
can't.
is no avoiding that ever. God
You
damn it,
cannot
fuck.
Hey, kid. I got the rhyme. I say it and you open the door. That's how it works, right? Hey, did you hear me? I said
I got those physical papers containing the rhyme like we talked about.
look out, it's
Now let me take my journal out and read them so I can open this door and save you.
Skelter.
He has all the proper documentation proving that he's not the boogeyman.
Even the chaplain
I found the proper forms and everything.
forever lies. Your
We
pleading
found it in
cries.
that Bible. It's in my journal, in my prison wallet.
Forget the rhyme book.
Nowhere left for you. Nowhere left for you to run. Every fault laid bare in the open.
They worked so hard.
Damn it.
The team worked so hard to make the journal an immersive way of looking at the things you collect. And at the one part of the game where opening your physical journal and looking at it would make a difference, it goes completely unmentioned.
Yep.
It's not too late.
And all the efforts that you've made to look for those three pieces and put them together just goes completely all for naught. Here.
It's just the progression. It's literally just the progression of the game without any thought of the context of what you're doing in the world.
Decide your fate.
Oh, you gotta find some things before you can progress. That's Silent Hill.
Yeah.
Find some notes until you can
Really?
go through a door and do a thing.
Charlie. I'm sorry. So sorry.
So because of his line right there, a lot of people are all like say, "Oh, the little kid is supposed to be Charlie." He's not.
Charlie.
That's Murphy feeling guilt
Charlie.
for seeing another dead kid, and it's reminding him of Charlie.
It's coming.
Charlie?
It kind of reminds me of when
Oh God,
James-
yeah.
Oh yeah, this is the best freaking part.
Where's Charlie?
Please, Mr. Pendleton, you don't want to be here. Let one of my officers drive you back to the command center, and we'll call you when...
Where's my boy? Is he out there? Charlie! Charlie!
All right, Darth Vader helmet, let's go.
Charlie!
Glued right to her skull.
Charlie!
Why did you hurt him? He never did
I know my mic
anything to
picked that up.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
with that- Yep.
Jesus.
And the face is just so dead.
Come back!
Oh,
Thing is in there!
they
There's
they
an
did really
episode
good
of-
at recreating her in the comic. It looks just like her.
There's an episode of Tim and Eric where they do some bullshit comedy thing, and the entire audience is laughing, but their faces are just stuck like normal, where there's like, ha, 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 ha. That's exactly what that scream is.
Oh,
Like,
man.
But the face is just like,
Yeah, it's just the mouth opening.
Yep.
It's like those really bad 3D animes where it's like they can't actually put any emotion on the character, and so just the mouth moves and
Yeah.
the eyes get wider. That's it.
Oh, like the new Berserk anime.
Yes.
I don't know if anybody else has watched that. It's so bad. Like the animation quality is just like that.
Dude, you know what they need to do? They need to do an abridged version of that so bad. It would be so much better. Oh.
Damn it, I'm not gonna hurt you.
This little running segment. You're not even really in a hurry. It just kind of starts playing music and sort of treats it like a chase segment, even though
That's really, yeah, it's really not.
it's about to be. Like it turns into one partway through. But we can still take some time. Look at these guys.
Oh, that's nice.
Whatever
Yeah.
the fuck that statue is. That's cool.
It looks like a pregnant lady with like but she's all twisted and she's also part like Cthulhu monster.
Yeah, she got like tentacles and stuff coming out of her mouth, and head's all deformed. I don't know why
Nice
we're
ass,
saying
though.
her. It's probably just the ass, right?
That ass.
It's just a nice ass, though.
Without a doubt.
Some childbearing hips.
Mm-hmm.
Boink. Oh well.
Well, Plague Doctor, give me the news. Got a bad.
Oh, it's the Bougie Man. He broke all that stuff. All those glass murals.
Wait, are all the windows broken in the exact same way? Like in the exact same way. Now look at the patterns of the break on the windows.
It
They're all
looks like
literally
they're all the same.
Exact same.
Damn, I've never
They
looked
aren't.
at that. They're
They aren't.
exactly the
It's
same.
the exact.
It's copy paste.
2,
There's
3,
only 2 windows in this game, Raven. Come on.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7
Got
windows.
2 flavors, dirty and pollen shattered.
Jesus Christ. Like all they had to do was make like 3 variants of them, and then they could have copied them.
And that one, I mean, I can understand if it needs a lot of texture and whatever else, but this is so far away. It's literally just glass. That couldn't have been that hard to do. Yeah, like you said, 2 variants, 3 variants of some jaggy glass.
And again, on its own, not a big deal. But with all of these other things, it becomes a big deal.
Oh, are you gonna speedrun this part?
Whoa, look at this. I am speedrunning this part. You can do the same thing on the gate here.
Wait, how did that even... What?
What the? It almost looks like you're growing.
Oh, because there's a thing in the water.
New
Is there?
discovery.
Is Starwind still here?
We got some speed tech. This is the only part of the game that ever had any speed tech in the first place. So normally like this, when you come into the water, you're forced, like I'm holding run. I'm forced to walk through water. And during the speed run, I would walk up onto this and drop down. See, that time it didn't work. But if you do it, there you go. It'll let you run through the water instead of walking through it. It saves such a tiny amount of time right here. It's like 3 or 4 seconds at most.
But now it's like 6 or 7.
Like 3. It went from 3 or 4 to 4 or 5. I don't even know if this is more efficient, doing it right here or doing it on the bed like this. The bed might actually still be more efficient. I just didn't know that you could still do that on the gate there.
If viewers remember how we were talking about how this game does have a lot of out of bounds, which is there, a lot of them have that kind of setup where you can like sneak your way on top of something you're not really supposed to.
Hmm.
And just that little bit of lift, you can like make your way around things.
It looked like the curtain was stuck on him. It's like, okay.
Hey, those cloth physics are pretty cool.
I've seen a.
Yeah, they're not bad.
I've seen a few people ask how close we are to the end.
Let's see what the statistics tell us.
I don't think that close.
This
There's still like a big section.
This is saying we're just barely past like halfway, and this is the
Now,
part of the
yeah.
game I usually consider the halfway point as well. So we're technically about halfway, but this is not going to take another 10 hours
No, it's not.
because there's only a couple more side things I'm going to stop off and really show.
and there's just not a whole lot more. I think there's only one more big section to this game, which is the prison, and I think that's about it.
Yeah, after we finish this part, we get one more town segment, and then it's the prison segment once we get to the boat, and that's it. But those 2 sections alone can easily take a ton of time if you're doing like everything. And as said,
I will say that this is probably one of the only Silent Hill games where it's like it warrants, like once you get good at it, you can still warrant a more than like 2 sitting playthrough, more than 1 sitting playthrough.
Yeah, it's a long game.
it is a long game, and there is a lot to it. If it has the kinds of things that you look for in a game, like this game's got a lot for you. If you like having lots of town just to run around and explore and quests to do in the town, yeah, the game's got it. As said, I don't hate on the game for doing that in general. The only thing I dislike about that feature of the game is that it's not more relevant to the rest of the narrative.
It could be considered padding.
Yeah, if it was more tied into the main story and a little more satisfying to do, I would absolutely be more behind it. And as said, for a lot of people, it's good. It's good enough. It is what it is. It gives plenty of additional content to the game. It does give it replayability.
How many of those running segments are there in the game with the, I'm assuming, mob? How many would you say? Maybe like 6 or 7? If that many?
Yeah, something like that.
There's not a huge amount of it.
I've never actually sat and taken count. And
Like less than 10. I know that.
It's less than 10. Oh yeah, there's not that many.
It's one of those things where in the speedrun, it's kind of like hyper concentrated, so you get all of them.
Yeah.
In like the shortest possible amount of time, so it just feels like you're spending so much time doing that.
Yeah, because that is such a major part of the run, is just remembering the running segments.
I mean, just because you're skipping all the side content and like, you know, when you skip all the side content and everything, that just leaves all the goofy mini games, and you know, that's pretty much it. You're sliding down slides and running from the void, and you know.
Oh, look! It actually hit him.
Oh yeah. That's super helpful on hard.
Yeah, he gets a little blood splatter there. That's super helpful on hard on this part.
Oh wait, no, I was thinking of something else. I thought you were talking about his shatter hitting them.
Oh, did you see the double? Did you see the double shockwave hit?
That?
Murphy did like slid on his stomach and bounced.
What the hell did
like Mario Sunshine?
yeah, he did like a running slide. Super Murphy Brothers, telling you.
Like that didn't even look like it should have hit you once. I don't know.
This is a puzzle, I guess.
Oh yeah, the hallway.
You got to figure out what doors to go through. They're clearly marked by big glowing white paintings with a little girl running away, so there you go. I guess it's not a puzzle because it doesn't change with puzzle difficulty. It's just
It almost looks like
a thing to do during this part.
it almost
Yeah,
looks
it
like
doesn't.
they got that picture from just like a Google search of like girl running away or something.
I mean, it's too simple of a silhouette or anything to really tell. But I get what you mean. That's exactly your point. It's simple and generic.
And what happens when you go into the wrong door? It just kind of, the area just kind of repeats, right?
Yeah. You just loop on that staircase until you go through the right one. Okay. This part always felt so out of place to me. Like this first part of it is fine. You're using your tools that you've been getting throughout the game. You're using your lighter, theoretically using your purple light to figure out what to do here.
Yeah, I remember this part being thoroughly enjoyable because you feel like you're to the point in the game where you've learned enough, you've become competent enough with the controls and how the game works. You're like, yeah, I got this, and you start to feel confident here in your abilities in the game. Like if you're just playing straight through the main story without doing any of the side missions or anything, it feels like at this point it starts to hit its stride. If you could ever say that.
Yeah, kinda. Oh, look. Same broken glass just flipped. It's reversed. Alright.
Oh yeah, you're right. Shit.
That's slightly more effort than just copying and pasting. Somebody had to flip it horizontally. Pardon me, sir. In my way.
Why do they square up on you like that? They look like they're about ready to do some Bruce Lee shit.
That's what was that?
Something on my computer just went nuts. Location just brought up like a dun 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 dun.
Enigma's Bonzi Buddy.
Congratulations.
I installed Bonzi Buddy for retro purposes.
Awesome.
God damn, that scared the shit out of me.
Oh, we got some stuff to peek at.
That was not Honey Pop. Knock it off.
Enigma just sitting there playing Honey Pop.
No.
Like, fuck this stupid game.
I mean, I totally own it, but I'm not playing it.
You got some stuff to look at.
Oh, this is speaking of Honey Pop, this is an interesting area in the game. Featuring a very annoying enemy place coming up in a moment.
It's also the name of a Korn song.
Deep inside.
Is it?
Yep.
So innocent.
So lost and betrayed. Why does this happen to me every time?
Oh yeah.
Is that on the Untouchables album?
I think so. Yeah. No. I think that's on. I might be on Untouchables. I can't remember. I think it's on the one after that.
What about?
I don't know it, so it's got to be on one after Issues.
What about So Innocent? That's not a Korn song, is it?
It's definitely a new metal song. I bet I could find
There's
a new
probably
metal song.
yeah. It does sound like
So
a new metal
innocent.
title. Like I'm pretty sure you're guaranteed to find something.
It's
So
from Take a
innocent.
Look in the mirror.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Take a look in the mirror.
There's not a Korn song called So Innocent, but the song Seed on the Follow the Leader album has a lyric that says So Innocent.
Cool. We'll just call this a Korn reference then and call it a day.
It's a shrine.
Yeah, I
It's
remember
definitely
Shrine.
it's definitely not a shrine with creepy writing about child molestation. It's about
This-
Korn songs.
This is the Korn shrine.
Yeah, dude, I remember because I remember that lyric. Is, now I see your face so innocent and fine, so fine.
Okay,
Here's
here
this-
comes the great enemy placement.
There she is.
Right there. If you don't have a gun, good luck.
You could throw stuff, can't you?
Wow, that was actually to the left of the aiming.
You can throw
You
stuff,
were right.
but
that's
as
fine.
I said, good luck.
That's fine.
And you can't climb. For those of you that have never played this, you can't climb the boxes to attack the enemy. And a lot of your melee weapons are not going to be long enough to hit them on a swing. So you're either going to have to shoot them with a gun or try to hit them with a melee, or excuse me, hit them with a thrown object.
Yeah.
But hitting it with one thrown object is not going to down it.
I
you
mean-
have to do it like a lot.
And the
Dude, that
thing
lens
is,
flare
like,
was crazy.
And if you have a melee weapon or not is entirely up to you by this point, because I don't.
Yeah.
I don't even have a melee weapon. Other than hitting things with my gun.
Throw the painting at him.
Throw him this painting if I could ever get my hands on it.
It'll be actually just as difficult to take it out of your inventory. Now, this part of the game right here that we're about to see. Oh, yeah, never mind. We're not there yet. I'll hold on.
Yeah, we're almost there. I figured I'd do the proper, like, instead of just speedrunning through this. The solution for this puzzle coming up is always the same.
It's always the same.
But I'm just going through the motions of how it's solved. So we went and collected some candles. We lit them. Put them on the chandelier. Lift them up right here so that we can see some symbols.
Have we had one of these radios, the distorted radios, before?
No, this is the first radio that I turned on where it was all staticky. Because this is one of the first ones. Well, there's a bunch of other ones between then and now if you do side quests and stuff. But after DJ Bobby Ricks, the radios will just play some creepy garbled static, and then it'll switch over to a song.
Yeah. To me, it sounds like a mutated version of Bobby Ricks.
Yeah, that's what it always sounded like to me, is that they took the Bobby Ricks dialogue and just really distorted it.
Yeah, and they don't give it subtitles either.
No.
Even if you have subtitles on.
So it just sounds like a weird... Yeah. All right, so Illuminati, Silent Hill 3, Fire, Illuminati.
I'm with it.
It sounds like a Twitter post.
Everybody has to remember that. Illuminati, Silent Hill 3, Spit Hot Fire, Illuminati. The door. Oh shit, I didn't even pull curtain control yet? I'm dumb. My bad. There we go. That opens up the Max Payne 2 level.
Oh shit.
Wow. Luna Jim almost did it completely correct. The fire and the,
yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
The panic basket. Illuminati, panic basket, Silent Hill 3.
Wow.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's
That's
perfect.
it.
Nailed it.
What was the name of that? What was the name of that drama? The Noir York, was it Return to Sender?
Oh, you're getting more cultured than I am. I don't know what you're talking
Also,
about.
this part of the game, you remember we were talking about that other game Vatra Studios did, the Russian Attack X Guardian or whatever it was? They also have parts of the game that look just like this. I was looking at screenshots and videos of it.
Oh yeah?
There are so many graphical similarities between that game and Downpour.
So this is a Russian Attack reference? This is... Am I reading this room wrong?
I don't know if that's what it is, but they use this style for a part of Russian Attack. They also use a prison that looks a lot like Ryle State Prison in the Russian Attack game.
I wonder how many of the assets in Downpour are just...
I really want to play that game.
Copied over. Yeah, now you got me curious.
Oh, yeah. I might pick it up. It's $10 on Xbox.
But this part always reminds me of Max Payne 2.
John Mira.
You can like stand on this and it'll boink.
I just remember all the little sounds,
Boink.
like, because I love those games, the Max Payne games.
Yeah,
I
you just
remember,
weren't you just playing through those recently?
I remember one of the parts in there. You see that the guy getting about to get a lobotomy with a drill, and he's like, "There's a tumor in your brain. It is making you insane. We will have to remove it forcibly." You hear the drill, and he grabs the drill and kills them all. You're the flesh, the flesh.
Yeah.
It's coming. It's coming. I think I died. I think I'm dead.
I need to play that game again.
Man, those are good games.
That's very good.
all these moments where it's like,
I'm gonna hurt you.
Remember, that was like that game and Halo were the first games I ever played when I got my OG Xbox back.
Illuminati.
Like when it came out, like in 2001, I got that, Halo, and about a month later, I got Silent Hill 2 because it was on the Xbox.
Crying emoji. And Illuminati.
Did we spit hot fire? Yes, we did.
Oh no, there's gonna get blood on my boots.
Now, if you're playing this not on backward compatibility, this room turns into a frame rate mess.
Oh, does it?
Especially when you look up.
Oh my god, I know.
But it's pretty nice on Xbox
It
One.
looks so good on this.
Wow, you are.
I'm all covered in blood.
Wow, look at that. He
I'm-
changed his hair color.
I'm about to say another Max Payne
Yeah,
reference.
he's a redhead.
She has dyed her hair red.
It's
He
like an
just
alt
screams
costume.
afterward.
Oh, what? Murphy looks so confused.
You're not the only one.
You guys need to play Max Payne. Bunch of uncultured swine.
Oh, I've played him. I
Who
played
you
Max Payne and
talking
Max
to?
Payne 2 anyway.
The chat, they're all
Yeah,
good.
you chat.
okay.
I've never played it.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
you techie.
Oh my god, get out.
Get Nautilus to play it. I'd love to watch that.
Oh, man.
It's gonna be hard to do on PC though.
Yeah, I would just recommend. Oh man, I don't know how those games run. I know a widescreen patch came out for it a few years ago.
For the first.
No, I just mean like playing it. Well, it may not be that hard to play.
Well, like, there's 3, right?
Yeah.
Which one's
Don't
better?
play the
Three
third.
came
Don't
out
play the
way
third
after
one.
two.
Sorry,
Don't play the third one.
I'm trying to go out of bounds. I'm just like, anytime I find a little thing I can, like, climb on. Oh yeah, by the way, talking about things in Downpour that I genuinely like. I like this effect. I like this room with like the paper floating around and stuff. It's all right. I wish again the substance of the scene had more purpose to it. Just on its own, it's an interesting looking effect though.
It reminds me of this one part in Alan Wake.
Yeah, I've seen a bunch of games do kind of similar. Papers floating around in no gravity space, or even
Also, I think
Shattered Memories had some cool stuff like that with the snow effect, like stopping in midair and everything like that, kind of looking weird.
Have you played Layers of Fear?
I did. I hated it.
Really?
Yeah.
But
I'm sorry. All I do apparently is hate on games that people like. Anytime I hate on,
I mean, it's not amazing, but I was just pointing out that I think they kind of ripped off this part in Layers of Fear. Layers of Fear kind of rips off a lot of horror games, though.
Layers of Fear is trope the game. It's horror trope the game. That's why I didn't like it. It has one interesting gimmick of its own, and it's not even its own gimmick. It just does it in a more interesting way than some other games I've seen do it, where it distracts you and makes you say, hey, come look at this thing of interest. Now turn around. The room is different. But that's its only gimmick, and it does it every fucking 10 minutes for 5 hours, and then that's it.
Yeah.
So once again, we see like the little girl there, supposed to be young Anne Cunningham. We get another little hint that that's Anne Cunningham when she's there with
Where am
Officer Coleridge,
Why are you doing this to me?
aka the Wheelman.
Thank you for coming to shepherd your son home, Mr. Pendleton. I know
Maynard's
it's
here.
difficult
Let's see if we can
losing
get him
a
to say something. Maynard. Hey.
With all due respect, I don't think you do. And
Say
like
something.
I already told you, there's been a mistake.
Hey,
I buried
I
my
heard
son
that.
years ago.
I understand, Mr. Pendleton. We all deal
He's
with
talkative when he
grief
wants to be.
in our way. Shall we?
I like the nun lady's character as well. I mentioned that earlier. I just kind of figured I'd go back to it. But I like the character
Now,
designs.
if you're just signed for your son's body, you can
And
take him
as far
home.
as voice acting go, I think the nun's probably like one of my
This isn't
favorite
my
voice
son.
actors in the game.
This thing's a monster, a murderer.
Again, I just wish she had a more
that runs in the
interesting role.
What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, like she has a very cool like sound and look,
Have you wandered
and
so
like you
far off
remember
the path
her.
to not even
She's
But,
just
like-
exactly. She's a memorable character, but
What the hell
she
are
doesn't
you
really
talking about?
tell you anything.
So often the answers are before us.
She just
Murphy.
is here to
Only we allow ourselves to
say
see them.
churchy sounding things
Why
to
are
kind
you
of remind
doing
you
this
of
to me?
like Dahlia and Claudia type characters.
There were those who dwelt in
Uh-huh.
darkness
This is the
and in
this is the
shadow of
religious
death.
character. This is the
Prisoners
nun
in
lady
misery and
who's going to talk
chains,
about God
because they had rebelled
and
against
forgiveness
the word of God.
and what we see before our eyes is what we believe. She's there to be the vague religious figure, but in the rest of the context of this game, that's like
I screwed up.
that doesn't
I didn't
fit
see any other way.
with anything else that's been
You don't
going
know what it
on.
was like to know
If
it.
again, if there was some kind of build up to this, if this was like
I saw Charlie's face.
I don't know,
All I could think was,
a character relevant to Murphy, we find stuff in the orphanage about little kids that were in the orphanage. Maybe Murphy was an orphan. Maybe this nun was like one of the sisters who took care of Murphy when he was there. You know, if there was a little bit more to it, a little bit of backstory, a little bit of something, and that's the kind of stuff that you could write away in like a note, just a note you pick up,
and I was stuck.
where you're like, oh, cool, now I
Or-
know,
or a
now I
letter
know who
she
the
wrote
nun
or
lady
something.
is. You know,
I just want.
Or like a letter she wrote to somebody or something like that.
yeah, some element of tying in
Revenge
a major
is
element of
long,
the story,
treacherous
making her a little
road,
more relevant
isn't
character.
it, Mr. Pendleton? Where do you suppose it ends?
Because you think of like classic Silent Hill games where any characters where they took the time to give them like a proper model and put them in the game,
If you want it.
you tend to learn about those
You only
characters.
need to claim him as your
You tend to
own.
know a little bit about them. You know? Even if there's somewhat side characters, like to me, I always think of Silent Hill 4.
I knew you'd come around.
You learn everything about everybody who lives in every apartment in the damn building. And you only meet 2 of those people, 3 of those people.
Welcome home, Mr. Pendleton. Glory be to God.
I like how he like grows to like unmeasurable size like within a few seconds.
Yeah, there's the jump scare I mentioned earlier with the nun. Where the boogeyman just wakes up and grabs Murphy. That part right there always, the frame rate takes a shit on like PS3 and 360.
Yeah, hell yeah, it does. It's like 15 FPS.
The smoke coming toward the smoke effect coming towards the screen is just too much. Hop the wall. Let me back in. I don't want any part of this. I don't want none of this.
How far can you get him to chase you? Can you get him to like chase you behind the trees and stuff?
The boogeyman?
Yeah.
Like once we get down there?
Yeah.
That's a good point. I don't think I ever tried. Let's find out. Let's bring him up here. Let's see if I can bring him all the way up to the stairs on that building.
Charlie! Charlie! Hold on,
Charlie!
I'm coming!
Look, he's in the water. Charlie's drowning. No, Charlie!
Charlie! Charlie!
Charlie! You're not Charlie. Oh, the gate closes.
Ah, never noticed that.
If only I had a box to drag over there. Prop it open.
I like how he does the Artorias power up.
Oh.
This part of the game screws so many people's brains when they play it for the first time. It
Well-
messed me up. I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
A big thing that throws that makes that fight so annoying for so many people, because I've heard that from a lot of fans.
You killed the
And
boogeyman.
oh, look, there's Charlie. I mean, Kieran Culkin.
Doesn't matter. It didn't bring
Anyway,
me back.
that fight.
Can bring you back.
If you turn off the prompts, you know, in the options, you can turn off item and button prompts. So if you don't want those prompts to show up, you can just disable them. And if you disable those and for your first time playing the game, and you do that boss fight, you don't get a prompt that tells you to run up and press A to grab the bogeyman's hammer and kill him with it. And there's never been a scenario anywhere else in the game that would tell you you're supposed to run up and press A to do anything to an enemy.
Yeah.
So you get to that part, you got your prompts turned off, and you don't know what you're doing. You're just going to sit there and pump all your ammo into him, and he'll keep getting back up, and you're like, what the fuck is this? Does he have 1,000,000 HP? He doesn't die? I've broken every weapon in the damn stage. I shot all my bullets. What do I do? Run up and press A.
Yep. Just run up and press A. That's it.
All right, got the boat key. Says freedom on it. Those are the keys that Bobby Ricks described. So that was our ticket out of here. We just got to go find Ricks's boat.
Easy.
Kind of like the Silent Hill 2 Pyramid Head fight where you just need to survive for X amount of time. But the thing is, that is an option in Silent Hill 2. In the Pyramid Head fights, you have the option to just waste so much time. But fighting them works. They can be defeated by being fought. Like, it speeds up that fight much faster. You're not just wasting hits and ammo on them. It does speed up the fight greatly. So it's a little different. This one, it's not like if you keep fighting long enough, you'll eventually win. If your button prompts are off and you just plain don't have an idea of what to do there, it's never a mechanic that's been introduced in the game previously. And as said, I'm not asking for a tutorial or a button prompt because, like I was talking about earlier, that stuff is counterintuitive to like immersive gameplay, which is what they were trying to focus on with this, right? You can only carry so many weapons, your weapons break, you look at a physical journal. They were going for like, you are this character, you're not holding a full inventory of things, and you know, they specifically were going for that level of immersion. So I'm like, yeah, get rid of tutorials, get rid of button prompts if you want to do all that. Have no HUD even. I'd be fine. But just if you're going to make the focus of your game be on things like that, Like, make it work. Make it work well enough. Like, I'm all for a boss fight that does not tell you how it's supposed to be won, but not to just, oh well, if you turned off the button prompts, you're not gonna know what to do here. Have a part of the game where you need to do that first at some point, and it gives you a little more hint to do it, so that future scenarios where it looks like you can do it, you're like, oh, maybe I can go up and finish this enemy with their own weapon. But as said, there's nothing else ever in the game to indicate that you can do that anywhere else. So why would you really think to try it if it wasn't blatantly telling you to do it? Oh. It's Travis's truck. Travis Grady's truck from Origins.
Just dumped right there.
Just sitting right here.
Maybe it's actually everything that he's doing right now is the same time. Wait, no. What
In the
year is it supposed to be?
1970s?
Yeah.
This is a pretty modern-looking truck as well for, like, well, I guess it's still kind of an older model. Super square, like, hood. Flathead V8, no doubt about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a diesel, okay? Sorry, I must have my mic on right there when I was eating my moon pie, my bad.
You're good.
How dare you?
It was tasty.
Well, it's a moon pie.
Oh, right. So, Bobby Rix's boat's over there. And once you get on that boat, that is it. That is a point of no return. And again, the game, I mean, it doesn't have to. Not really a complaint here, just an observation, but the game doesn't do anything to tell you that it's a point of no return. You're just supposed to know that, because this has been your goal. So before I go over that way, we'll go check out some other stuff. Is there anything
Dig
over
up
here?
the past one more time.
There's not.
We just went by Ambrose Trucking.
You ever take a look at some of the refuse piles on the road? Like, you see any like familiar like logos or anything?
Any cat litter? You know?
Nothing in particular that I ever caught, but then again, I didn't notice cat litter until last time we all played Homecoming.
Find another Mountain Dew can, like in Dark Souls 2.
Yeah, finding the cat litter in Homecoming was pretty good.
Gotta get
this
that.
section is genuinely really small. Like, there's not much up here.
Yeah, it's been a little while since I like ran over that way, and I was like, oh, this is pretty much it. It's just the docks to Bobby Rix's, and there's that one door that's lit up for a side quest. But aside from that, pretty much all that's over there.
Yeah.
So the main thing I wanted to try to come back to was the room 302. So I'm going to need the hook on a pole, which I just picked up. And
Good old hook on a pole.
The old hook on a pole.
Oh yeah, never does me wrong.
Sure does not.
It was a little more dangerous than ball in a cup, though. I will say that.
So I need to go back to the other part of the map. Oh, hey, let's set another bird free. We set one bird free, and it was a 1.5 second cutscene of some grass
Yeah.
So let's see the next 1.5 seconds of that cutscene.
Little guy.
Let's do it.
There's that grass. I remember it.
It's always the same bird too. It's the same exact bird every
And
time.
Murphy was
Yeah,
Murphy was there walking in that grass.
It just flies into a different bird cage.
It's the same one, just going from
It's
cage
the
to
same one, just
cage.
going from cage to cage.
Love it.
One of those carrier pigeons.
Trying to keep an eye out for some of these other things, because I thought there was some more places where you can pull down the ladders and go inside.
There's really not.
No, I thought there was like
there's-
a few more side quest areas and stuff.
There's like the one in the beginning where you have to do it to move on, and then there's the 302 one, and then there's the other side quests that you did.
Dang.
I think that's it. There may be another one somewhere, but those are the only 3 I remember. And it's back on that road where the bank side quest is.
Yeah, so I'm heading back that way.
The bank one is a very annoying side quest because it's got that blaring alarm the whole time.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh my God. The
They
first
do
time I
give-
played this, I did that.
They do give you a lot of ammunition if you beat it. So
There's the one where you like you have like a beating heart as well. Anyone remember that one?
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. It was like the Telltale Heart one, like, or whatever.
It might have just been called Telltale Heart, but yeah, I just remember it was like you pick up a heart in a jar or something, and you're like running with it, and it's beating, and the game is making scary monster noises, like you're being chased, but there's nothing.
You mean like in Origins?
does that happen in Origins?
Yeah, I remember the very first nurse you fight after you kill her, like the like scary music just keeps going on forever, even like even though, like
Yeah.
yeah.
You would know. You just played it, so.
I have it fresh on the mind. I know, right?
I just played it. I played it last Friday, but try to throw it out immediately. Right.
That execution with the hook is like so brutal.
I know, he just gives him that poke.
Like right up under the chin.
All right, so you said it's over. Is it like right next to the bank?
Not right next to it, but it's on that road. I think you need to go down to road in street. It's gonna be from where you're running. It's gonna be on your left. It's gonna be on Murphy's left if you're going. that
Yeah.
way.
So there's the side quest room that I went through.
Yeah, you're gonna need to go. Yeah.
There's there's like.
You're gonna need to go to that gate. That way. To the right. Turn to the right.
That's closed off.
That's closed off. You're gonna need to go to that gate right there. There you go. I got about. I don't think Frankerphase Z is correct. It says my latency to you is 0.86 seconds, and I don't think that's right.
You've definitely been responding pretty quick though, like.
That seems a little too good.
But definitely around like a second or two.
Maybe who knows? Maybe it's right.
Because like, here, I'm
No,
I'm pressing the block button now.
Wow, that was actually pretty long.
So there you go. Now you can check your delay.
That was pretty fucking quick on mine. Yeah, you need to go back all the way through the park.
God damn it.
You got to go all the way back to where the bank is.
This loading zone too. That's just like in the middle of the park stairs.
Yeah, you find this like really early on in the. Like you can, if you know where to look for, once you get through that main area where you have to pull the ladder down to progress, once you get in that second area, you find it in there. So you can get it pretty early in the game. So that's why you got to go like all the way back at this point. That was pretty long loading.
Yeah,
Shit.
that's like the longest one I've come across for the Xbox One so far.
Can only imagine what that's like on the PS3. It's got to be at least a minute long.
Pretty damn bad. I said it's crazy the amount of difference for some of these games. Like Homecoming. Homecoming is one that's definitely running way better
This
on
map
Xbox
thing
One.
is so annoying. I'm not even playing it. It's annoying. Yeah, this should be the road. Just keep going straight, and you'll eventually see a ladder to your left. I don't think you need.
A little bit of lag
you may,
here
You may
too.
need to go through that column.
That little fallen area.
Pull up your map. Pull up your map again. Let me see. You can. I love maps.
I'm still to the left of the bank there on
Yeah,
Layment.
you're gonna need to go through that little column area.
Okay, just to cut
and get
through to
back
the other
on,
road.
Lansdale Road. Yeah, it's gonna be down there.
Does this cut all the way through?
Yeah, it will. It's like
Oh,
a little
okay.
short.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I was thinking of a different part of the map. I thought this goes into a little side quest area.
Nope. It just kind of bings over to the other side.
Yeah, it's like this.
And the bank will be right across. And another one of the side quest things will be tucked off in that corner. But I don't think we're doing that, obviously. But you see, you have to come
unfortunately,
back.
at this point.
You have to come back here to do the ribbon side quests. You'll see the little ribbons tied up. But yeah, just keep going straight down that road.
Oh, let's grab a bird while we're here.
Wow.
Oh, that FPS drop.
You're
Yeah.
not dropping frames, are you? I just got buffering.
I did actually drop some frames there, so
Okay.
that wasn't.
Oh, okay.
That wasn't just lag.
Yeah, I got the buff.
Oh, okay.
I got the buffer circle, so.
Look at Murphy walking in the grass. So we've found 3 birds. The first one showed that grass. The first one showed that Murphy's in that grass, and the third one showed that Murphy's in that grass.
He looked
Are
happy.
there 2 more?
Yeah.
there's 2 more.
Riot at Ryle State Prison results in 4 fatalities. A full-scale riot at Ryle State Prison was finally brought under control late last night after prison guards stormed the facility, utilizing large quantities of tear gas, riot batons, and shotguns. As of this writing, 4 fatalities have been reported, all prisoners whose names are being withheld. After a tense standoff and a rather brutal physical confrontation, we were able to re-establish full control of the prison, said Warden Glenn Milton. Rest assured, we will get to the bottom of this and find out what, and most importantly, who, was the cause of this unfortunate disruption to normal prison operations. It was Sewell. A number of guards were reported injured at the incident as well, one seriously. That was Coleridge. Their names are also being withheld pending the investigation.
That sounds like a riot to me. Okay, you turn.
Oh,
left
there
here.
it is.
There it is. Yep. This is it.
Windows are all lit up.
But we're not even in Ashfield.
Yeah,
What the hell?
we're in Silent Hill right now, not South Ashfield.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe these apartment complexes were designed by the same person who built South Ashfield Heights. Maybe it's too coincidental. They got like the exact same chains and everything, though. But this door, though.
Yeah, who added that door? There was no door there. And the big coffee table's gone.
The big coffee table's gone, because otherwise Murphy would never be able to walk through this area.
The
He
table
would be stuck on nothing.
Yeah,
I'd be doing this for 5, fucking years trying to get through here.
Yeah.
It would have been a cool Easter egg if you could like push it, like do a prompt and go into first person mode for a little bit.
Yeah.
There's no table where the save point was sitting, and there's no bookshelf or the little cabinet where the little pictures were.
Yeah.
But the
peephole's still there.
Is still there, yeah.
Got a gun on
I
the
think
counter.
they literally just slapped the textures over like a new like frame. Don't you think?
Oh, it is, because look at these textures. These are 100% like the Silent Hill 4 textures when you see them up
Yeah.
close. That little
Yep.
low res soap bottle and there you go, the little lettering on the stove and stuff. That is absolutely still 2004 era textures
Huh.
just being slapped onto things.
Yep. Just kind of stretched on over. Did
Yeah.
the Silent Hill 4 fridge have a thing on it? I don't remember that. I think they added that. It's got a little flyer on there.
Yeah.
I don't remember that being there.
It's also very
I
low
think that's
res. I think that might actually be there, but
Is it there? I play that game so much.
I know,
that
but how many
that
times are
little
you
thing I don't even notice anymore.
paying attention to the
Let me check it out.
note on the fridge?
I don't think the note on the fridge is colored the same in Silent Hill 4. I think it might just be white or something.
So none of the doors work. Nothing else works in here, but there you
Wow.
go. It's
It-
just
It absolutely is on the fridge,
cool.
and it's exactly the same.
Oh.
Perfect.
Yep. I'm
So-
looking at it. I'll put it in chat for anybody that wants to look at it.
But yeah, so there's our little Silent Hill 4 The Room cameo.
There you go. Look at that's exactly the same as what's on the fridge. So if you want to do a little comparison, those are absolutely the same textures. 100%.
It would have been really cool on the back wall if they had a pickaxe stuck in the wall.
That's
Yeah,
that's really
there's pickaxes in the game. We've seen them stuck in walls. Why didn't they
Yeah.
do that?
And that's really interesting considering the issues that they had with all the source materials for 2 and 3 that were well documented during HD collection. They were able to get these textures from Silent Hill 4 and overlay them in this game.
Maybe they
That's
should have got
interesting to me.
Maybe they should have got Vatra Games to make the HD
And-
collection.
And you know
Oh
what?
my god.
And you know what? This game was developed in tandem alongside the HD collection. They came this game and HD collection came out 2 weeks within each other.
Yep, they sure
So
did.
it kind of makes you wonder,
Because
were they really thinking about Silent Hill 4 HD?
maybe it might have been
It
at
might
least a
have been.
consideration at that point. But whatchamacallit, that was one thing that Tom Hewlett actually commented on.
He did.
On Twitter, as far as working on this at the same time as the HD collection, because we asked him about Heather Mason's appearance in the surprise ending. Because the surprise ending of this game, we talked earlier about the joke ending. So the joke ending of this game is it's Murphy's birthday. This is all just an elaborate surprise party for him, being put on by other Silent Hill characters. And so it's like Mary and Laura, not Lisa, Mary and Laura and Pyramid Head and a nurse and
Fucking pyramid.
and Heather. But Heather has like a long sleeve sweater that she's wearing.
Mm-hmm.
And whoops, this isn't it. I eventually got around to just messaging Tom on Twitter and being like, hey, playing through Downpour, just remembered this ending with like Heather having sleeves. Why the addition of sleeves? It seems like that would be more work than just taking the model. And Tom Hewlett was like, I don't know, it's cursed. And that was like his explanation.
What?
His full thing was, I don't know why it's like that. It's probably cursed, because we used the HD collection models, and Heather's model is fine in HD collection.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Yep. That was his response.
So it was like, cool, thanks. It's basically like he just doesn't know. He just, I don't know. Why is this significant established character modeled differently? Got nothing.
No clue, man.
Game is cursed.
Maybe all the excuses he's just gonna answer the same way. Why is this, Tom? Cursed.
It's cursed.
Obviously.
Ooh. That was not dropping frames. That was some lag. Whoa, what is... Now I'm suddenly that part. I was getting lots of frame lag, like frame drops.
Yeah, I saw that.
Not OBS frame drops. Like, yeah, in-game. I also have just had the system on for like the past 11 hours, so that might have something to do with it.
Put the Xbox One to the test. Is it one of those new ones, the Xbox One S?
No, this is a base original model. I'm not that fancy. I'm sorry. And even with just testing this model, you know, I did verify, like, HD Collection, Downpour, and Homecoming all work. Smoother frame rates, faster load times. Did direct comparisons for all of that between the games, and yep, they're all much better on the Xbox One compared to PS3 or 360 iterations. And I can only imagine Xbox One S or Xbox One X is slightly better than even this. Maybe not. I don't even know if those games have those consoles have necessarily more processing power. It's just the compatible output resolutions, right? For the 4K support.
I don't know. From what I've heard, a lot of Xbox Ones and PS4 Pros have been helping with loading times for a lot of speed games, so you never know.
Okay. Yeah, and I said, it's definitely the kind of thing where, I mean, it is slightly better hardware than base model. You would presume it would make things work, you know, better. Murphy, run. I'm sorry.
Why wouldn't he run there? That was weird.
There's been lots of times. I said, I've done nothing but hold down the run button this whole playthrough. So all those moments where Murphy's like stopping and walking around, he's just doing that.
The tweet that I just linked in the chat is Tom's response to Nub's tweet, where he says we used models from HD Collection, I believe. So cursed. So if you want to see it for yourself, there it is.
There you go.
About 2 months ago. 2.5 months ago.
Bam, bam. So this is basically a point of no return. No. Yep. So we can throw all this stuff into the water. Gone anyway. All this stuff in my inventory I won't have to cycle through anymore.
Goodbye, Silent Hill.
No side quests? What are you talking about? I did like 2.5.
It's been live for almost 12 hours. No side quests.
You gotta be kidding me.
Did you really think it could end like this?
Poor Anne Cunningham
Saw
shows back
there,
up.
Everything we've been through. You think going back to prison is all that's at stake here?
We're not going to Wayside.
What are you saying?
Turn the boat around.
Are you out of your mind? We're free. When we reach the opposite shore, I'll go one way, you can go the other. It's that easy.
We've got unfinished business, you and I.
I have no idea what the hell you're talking about, and honestly, I don't care anymore. There is no way in hell I'm going back.
It wasn't a request.
We've both just been through hell. Haven't you been paying attention?
No, you haven't been paying attention. You think this is all an accident? Just a big coincidence? This town.
Anne has a really good point here. Murphy's being like very willfully dense at this point.
Don't you understand?
That all of this would be revolving specifically around his son and Patrick Napier.
What you started.
I told you.
Hey, it's like
I'm not going
Howard
back.
said.
You might as well shoot.
Ain't a mistake.
It ain't no mistake. So she shoots him. The end.
Bomp, bomp, bomp.
Let's go back to the comic and
Gunshot noise.
see what Anne Cunningham was doing.
For those of you uninitiated to Downpour, that's not the ending.
No, that was a joke. I'm sorry.
Yeah, just to let you know, he sounds great when he says that.
It's my dry.
It's not the end.
Good night, everybody. I mean, wait, what?
See, now that sounded like a joke.
Sorry.
You can't believe Ravenheart when he says it like that.
No one believes me when I say anything. I'm like,
That's
guys,
very
I'm choking
true.
and dying. And they're like,
Very true.
Raven.
Oh, he's fooling around again. He's blue in the
Look
face.
at him. Look, he can even turn blue on command.
He's just doing an HD collection joke. That's all. All right, so we're back to this comic book.
We are back to Anne's story, the comic book.
All I see is "foi" at the bottom.
Foi.
I know it's gonna be good.
So when we last left off, let's see here. Bobby Ricks got his guts ripped open and left Anne with some words of wisdom. And they were both in a cage and fell into the water. This is all what happened immediately after Anne and Bobby Ricks vanished from the Centennial Building, the DJ room. And so she has this little flashback here about her father, Frank Coleridge, saying, all that's left is to finish what you started. She comes up out of the water, says, okay, Daddy, I'll finish this for you, for good. See, she just climbs up. She's just there, and she just climbs up onto the boat completely silently.
That is so wild, dude.
It's like some Arnold Schwarzenegger shit, like some commando stuff right there.
Yeah. So she does come up like this. I love that top panel though of like her eyes like glowing white,
Dude,
her
that's
head poking out of the
awesome.
water. So here's everything that was just said in the game, literally word for word. Everything in the game, word for word, up until I told you I'm not going back. You might as well shoot me. So then Anne starts running these things that these lessons from her father, from Frank, and for all these things that have been going on. So first is, we're not talking about shooting cardboard, Anne. We're talking about killing another human. Once you pull that trigger, there's no taking it back. You've come this far, so the way I see it, there's only one thing left to do, kiddo. Finish what you started. Change takes guts, though. You got enough guts to see this through? So that was her way of interpreting that all these messages from Frank and from Bobby Ricks and everything, they were telling her, you got to have the guts to make a change, to change this. So she shoots Murphy, which is not a change from what she wanted to do from the very beginning. Ever since the whole thing started, Anne has wanted nothing but to get her hands on Murphy to kill him. Went through a lot of trouble, ruined her own life to be able to do that. So everyone's like, you gotta make a change. And she doesn't. She just shoots him.
Yeah, they're trying to tell her to break this cycle, and obviously she's misinterpreting what she's supposed to do.
Coom or comb cake, whatever that sound effect is. Lightning. Did you know that right as she fired that gun and it faded to black for Murphy, for Anne, she was still on the boat, and then the boat got struck by lightning, and she fell into the water.
She's literally going through like from one thing to the next, like instantly. Like, okay, first she gets impaled by a demon,
And it just
wakes
takes
up
her.
and takes her to the radio station. Then she's there, and immediately she gets ripped out and pulled into the clock tower in a cage. And then she gets like watching dude get ripped apart, and then they get thrown or they fall off the tower into the water. She comes up out of the water onto the boat and immediately gets struck by lightning. Like, this was all within a few minutes, according to her.
Yeah, like pretty much from the comic perspective. Yeah, obviously it's weird when you're trying to play the game alongside it and we're like stopping and looking at stuff and reading, but you got to imagine that might be what it's like for Murphy too. Like he's kind of stopping and seeing what's going on in the town as he goes. So yeah, it's like he's off doing his own thing while Anne is just going through all this stuff. So again, she's having more flashbacks to her father. She's seeing her father in the state that he was in when he got attacked by Sewell during the prison riot. Stop, don't. Monsters, prisoner monsters show up and grab her. The boogeyman is there. Let me go, goddammit. Flashing back to her husband Mark telling her, Anne, something's happened. Need to get back to him. It was a riot at Ryle State. So yeah, this is Anne seeing the flashbacks to the riot when it happened, which we're actually going to see as Murphy in a little bit as well.
It's a pretty cool riot.
So yeah, again, it's her just kind of like flashing back to this stuff. She manages to see among all these other prisoners and stuff going on in the riot, the wheelman, Frank Coleridge, sitting there.
Just sitting there.
Just sitting there.
Menacingly.
She's like yelling out to him, don't go in there. You know, that's got to be pretty awful. Like, for Murphy, I mean, for Murphy, it's pretty bad too, because the riot was when he found out that Sewell set him up to kill Frank Coleridge, and he didn't want to do it, or I guess all that depends on the ending, but it wasn't a good time for Murphy. But by comparison, Anne Cunningham seeing the riot and seeing what happened to her father is going to be way more traumatic to her than it was to Murphy. So many elements of this game I really, really wish would have just been playable Anne for like these couple of segments.
Exactly. And I think we do have to give Downpour a little bit of credit because it does kind of adhere to that same trope where the main character experiences somebody else's trauma, or experiences a trauma like that is a reference to somebody else, like to what somebody else is going through.
Like Harry going through Alessa's nightmare.
Yeah,
in Silent Hill 1. So this is kind of supposed to be that, you know, Murphy going through Anne's nightmare. But it's not.
Or James seeing Angela's like, or not.
Yeah. And it's not though. Like it is kind of in the sense of Silent Hill 2, where that sort of mixed Angela and Eddie and James's nightmares kind of all together. You start seeing little bits of it, all from James's perspective.
Like Abstract Daddy.
Yeah, exactly. So it is nice being able to see that counter side to it. Like I like the fact that they made the comic, but so much of this stuff I really just wish it had been worked into the game somehow. Would have made such a huge difference. And as said, it was something that was being worked on. That was one thing that NecoRun found when hacking through the game files, found the indicators that there or information that there was like these cut animations and stuff, and there was a whole separate model for Anne Cunningham that's not used in the game, with animations that she doesn't use in the game, and took those found files and put them on Twitter and tagged Tom Hewlett, and Tom commented on it, and he was like, yep, we were originally going to make a 2-player scenario where one player plays as Murphy, another player plays as Anne Cunningham, where you would see both sides of the story, and like, but
why didn't they just go with that and cut out all the filler they did? Man, they would have been so much better.
Time and budget and technical restraints.
Yeah,
That's it.
I'm going to lean towards budget on that one. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but
Technical
it's
restraints are usually a time and a budget thing. Like if they have enough time and budget, they can technically make it happen. But
Yeah.
if you don't
And
have the time, if you don't have the
really-
budget,
If you really want some insight into how tight they were with these release windows and how much they had to be out, if you look at your quote unquote manual in the Downpour case, it advertises both Downpour and HD collection coming out in March. And
Yeah.
it's a tandem advertisement. So that is on the back of every HD collection quote unquote manual advertisement.
Mhm.
So those games had to be out in March. There was just no way around it.
yeah,
So
they put so much marketing stuff out. There was no way they were going to be able to push things again, especially considering like Shattered Memories did that, where it was supposed to get this, it was like a 2008 release initially that it was supposed to be, and it wound
Yeah.
up getting pushed until 2009.
Yeah,
Or-
very late 2009. Like it came out in December.
Like
2009.
December of 2009. Origins was a similar thing, where Origins was supposed to come out much, much sooner, and then it got delayed. But of course, that was because they had to take the whole damn game from Climax LA and tell Climax UK, here's the scraps, start over. Yeah. So you got to imagine Downpour was probably on like a similar rush, and like you said, they'd already advertised the month of Power or whatever, where they were going to release, at the very least, Downpour and HD collection. They were still fine with pushing back Book of Memories for some reason.
Yeah, I was gonna say Book of Memories really didn't seem to have the same, I guess, frantic need to be out on time because they did delay that.
Well, I mean, if you think about everything, I mean, with hindsight, of course, but to me, it's like it was looking at the whole thing with what they have here with the comic and everything. I know it's like we have a different perspective on it looking at the comic, but
Mhm.
still, it almost seems more to me like they just made the wrong decisions. They thought something was going to be the home run. They thought certain aspects of the game were going to be the home run, but they were the worst parts, in my opinion. They were the most critically panned.
And
The
I
things
mean,
they
that's
spent the most time on.
Yeah. And it's always, you got to understand too, from like a game developer's standpoint, they don't know really. You really don't know what the final product of a game is going to be like for any one individual working on some element. Like the person working on the UI might have tried their damnedest, but the person doing the UI graphics to give to that person, didn't work well enough with them to make things work. And as said, it's what winds up making those small little sort of annoying problems build up into something bigger overall for the whole game, as a full product.
Yeah, so yeah, like I said, hindsight is whatever, but at the same time, I think if they just would have made better decisions, they would have really maybe did a little bit more market research, more fan research into what what people liked about the the older games.
I mean, they must have been trying by this point, because this is already after Origins, Homecoming, and Shattered Memories. So if by that point they still were not listening to fans, and I mean, according to interviews and everything, they absolutely were. They were listening to fans. Tom was listening to fans, and in some podcasts and things, the interviews with Tom, he mentions a lot of times that he did push to change elements that a lot of fans dislike about this game and dislike about Homecoming, and all these other things, where that was all stuff that he also disagreed with, but higher ups told him, it's got to be this way, or budget or time or limitations, whatever, told them you can't do that in the amount of time or budget allowed. You can't change things at this point in the process or whatever. So who knows how much of it is true or accurate? We only have so many people's words to go on. But either way, as said, I I like the stuff that did wind up okay. It's a shame that a lot of this content in the comic did not make it into the game in some way, because I feel like even with all the other small problems like we've talked about, a lot of these elements filling in the backstory for Anne and giving us a little more perspective, why she feels the way she does about Murphy, and filling in some of those little plot holes and things makes a huge difference. It makes a huge
Oh
huge
hell
difference.
yeah, I know. It's almost like night and day. I almost had zero respect left for Silent Hill Downpour as a game, as a total, like as a title, like overall.
Yeah.
But like adding this and story thing onto it, it's like it really opened my eyes to what this game could have been, and you know how you could still interpret it. So.
Right. Well, I think at this point we're coming up to a major transition in the game. We've got our last area of the game actually. Coming up after this, we've also got our last segment of the comic coming up after this. So, on that note, let's go ahead and give away another digital copy of Anne's Story.
All right.
Do it up.
Copy number
You guys
4.
ready? You guys ready? Well, what's the Q word again? Exclamation point.
I'm gonna
We
do.
gotta come up with a new word.
Yeah. I've been doing a different
We gotta
word.
make sure it doesn't pick 2 winners.
yeah. Hopefully, I think I fixed that. So
Yeah.
hopefully that doesn't happen. So let's see.
So yeah, guys, we're about to give away a digital copy of the Silent Hill Downpour comic and story.
Yep.
It's gonna be available on Comixology, I think is what it's called.
Yeah, the digital ones are on
yeah.
Comixology. Yeah.
So this is gonna be a digital copy. Like if you win, all you gotta do is like make a free account at Comixology to
Yeah.
read it.
And I'll put a link to it in the chat.
Nub got me one for my birthday, and I loved it.
Yeah. Were you able to like actually read it? And
Well,
everything? It was
yeah, I
easy
read
to...
a little bit. I read a little bit of it, yeah, but I didn't want to read the whole thing until we did this.
Right on. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get some people into this drawing. Type exclamation point scream
Scream.
to join.
Exclamation point! Ah!
SCREAM. Exclamation point scream.
Cream. All right, so Nub Zombie time is, well, it's about to be
5:03.
5:03. You want to go, but it's about to be 5:04. You want to do 5:06?
Yeah.
We're about 55 seconds into 5:03, so it's about to flip over.
So yeah,
right,
we'll go to 5:06 right here.
We'll go to 06, whatever time it is where you are. The minutes are the same. We'll go to 06.
So
Exclamation point scream.
exclamation point scream. Again, if you want to enter in to win a digital copy of Silent Hill Downpour and Story,
Mm-hmm.
all you got to do is type that. You don't need to be following. You don't need to be subscribed.
And you don't even need to be in the United States because it's digital.
Yep.
Got about a minute and a half left to get your scream in there. If only we had a scream joke to use. I'm usually good at those.
What is that?
My Silent Hill 4 scream joke.
Wrong game, Enigma.
I know. It's we don't have one set up, and I don't have my alerts on.
I was trying to play dumb, but I'm not. We've already established I'm not good at humor.
Raven yelled at me, so it kind of made things weird. All right, we got 1 minute left. We got 1 minute left. Exclamation mark scream.
Just under a minute left. If you would like to win a digital copy of Anne's Story,
Mm-hmm.
all you got to do is type exclamation point scream in chat for a chance to win.
And this is the first I've seen of the comic book myself, and it is pretty impressive. And it is written, for those of you that didn't hear us talk about it earlier, it is written by the same person that wrote Downpour. So there's no
Tom
chance
Waltz.
of anything being missed. It's the same person.
It is Tom Waltz. He directly co-wrote the game and went on and wrote the comic.
About 20 seconds left.
20 seconds. Exclamation point scream. Anybody who wants to win a digital copy of Silent Hill Downpour and Story. Your last chance.
got
Exclamation point
5,
scream.
4, 3, 2, 1.
All right. And
Here we go.
Call me by my Muppet name.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I remember that guy.
I know them. Yeah.
Oh, the Muppet name is. Oh, what was the Muppet name again? I know this. Ooh,
it
they told
Grover?
me. No. It was. Fuck. I'm trying to remember.
Oh, it was
He
fuck,
told
fuck,
me.
fuck, fuck. All right. Oh,
No. I remember. It was. Oh no. Start with an L, I think. I forget.
Lisa? Well, either way,
Regardless, yeah.
regardless.
Oh, was it Janice? Is that right?
That
How does
begins with a
Dark
J.
Fantasy remember that? How does Dark Fantasy remember that?
That's a J and not an L.
Janice.
Oh my god, Dark
Oh,
Fantasy
damn.
with a fucking good memory. Holy shit.
Janice.
That's why I modded her in my channel.
Call me by my Muppet name, Janice. Congratulations.
Janice.
Just send me a whisper on right here on Twitch. Let me know a valid email address so that I can gift you the digital copy of Anne's story. That's all I need. It's just a valid email address that you can access and check. And you are good to go. So just go right ahead.
That is such a good username, though.
It is. It is great.
Like,
As soon as I love those types of those longer names where it's like several words, because it always kind of takes me a little bit to pick out each word, and by the time I like actually read it out, that was great. Call me by my Muppet name.
Like if I already didn't like stream with an established like nickname that I've had for years, like those are the types of usernames I read in chat, and I'm like, dang, that's what I want to be.
Yeah.
I need an alt account with that kind of username.
Right.
Enigma kind of has that thing going. A little.
Do I?
What's your alt account's name, Enigma?
Oh, I don't have one.
No, I was just saying he has like a 3-part name, like a 3-part thing. Sometimes you
A
get
3-word name?
A 3, 4, 5-part name.
Well, I'm no elderly woman. That's a good name I see in chat right now. Elderly woman. So, I mean, that takes the cake.
All right. You are good, Janice. Congratulations again. And we are still giving away one more digital copy of Anne's story. We're going to do one more, probably like right at the end of the stream. So we are still giving one more away. We've still got a little bit of stream left. Actually, a good bit of stream left. We got the whole prison segment
Prison
here.
area, yeah.
And a little bit of the comic left. So we'll get back to this. This is probably going to be our last break till the end of the stream anyway. So we're going to go take a couple of minutes here. And we'll be back in just a little bit and finish up Silent Hill Downpour. And again, thanks everybody so much just for watching, supporting. Exclamation point team in chat. You should definitely give all of these wonderful, wonderful streamers a follow. And Eternally Enigma, Maxi Lobes, Ravenheart, UFO Techie. I've been fans of these guys for so long. It's an honor to be here, like, talking about these games.
Oh.
It really is. It really is.
Stop it.
It really is. Not Raven, though. I argue with him. Everyone else, though.
Yeah, that's right.
Everyone else, nothing but love and respect.
That's right. Put some respect on my name.
Heel turn.
Oh no, I'm kidding. I love you guys. It is seriously amazing to get to do this with you guys, and amazing to be able to show this and share this with so many other Silent Hill fans on Twitch. So thank you all for being here. It's been fun so far. Again, the ride is not over yet. We've got a little more to go, and by a little I mean a couple more hours. So we'll be back with some more Downpour.
Dude, think about it this way. After this break, we're gonna finish the series.
After this break, we are gonna finish it. It's time to end this.
Yeah, main
I don't know. It may not count since we're not doing all the side quests.
I know. I'm sorry. I botched that one super hard, you guys. I'll plan for that next time when we do a 24-hour stream.
Please don't.
Well,
Jesus.
well, we still have HD collection that we could do, and one more person that hasn't posted one of these yet. So,
Well, we'll discuss that
mean,
on the break, but I gotta go to the bathroom.
Yeah, I gotta get a drink.
So we're gonna take a moment here, and we'll be back in just a couple minutes with some more Downpour. Back in a bit.